life, folks. So by day, Benny helps people navigate their feelings. By night, he is right here making fun of his own. It's a balanced diet of irony and sarcasm. Let's face it, when you're a comedian, work is whenever people need a laugh. And apparently, that's pretty much always. And that's why Benny knows he's in good business. But let him tell you about the day he decided to change his life. He discovered a book, The 4-Hour Workweek. Thought it was a cookbook at first. I mean, who cooks for more than 4 hours a week? This book tells you to ditch the 9-5. Benny thought, great, I work at 8, I'm already off the chart. For him, it's more like ditching the 8-3-10. 8 hours of listening, 3 hours of worrying about his clients after hours, and then a 10-minute stand-up routine to cry about it all. It's like being Batman, but his superpower is crippling self-awareness. Then came the part about outsourcing your life. Benny decided to outsource his jokes. He hired a couple of teenagers because, hey, they know what's lit these days, right? Turns out, all he got were jokes about TikTok dances, which doesn't resonate with himself. Next, Larry embraced the art of outsourcing by hiring a guy from local joke writer to read the book for him and summarize it in 5 bullet points. Unfortunately, the only thing that got lost as his outsourced helper also sought to live the 4-hour workweek dream. Later, he hired another team from across the globe to write his jokes. The problem? The time difference. Benny was getting punchlines delivered at 3 a.m., and his therapist side is wondering, is this a cry for help or the setup to a joke? Therefore, Benny invented his bright idea, joke jars. Leave a jar at every table, and if you laughed, you pay. Turns out people are not only stingy with their laughter, but their money too. The only thing that got filled up were complaint boxes. Then there's the idea of an automated income. Benny launched a podcast, Therapy Through Laughter. It's just him, laughing at his own jokes and occasionally giving sound advice like, it's okay to tell your GPS you know a shortcut. Sometimes, you've got to assert dominance. On his website, the slogan is, you cry from 9 to 5. Here you get to laugh from 5 to 9. But here's the kicker. You get a discount if your life's a bigger mess than his. Subscription includes a free self-help book titled Laugh at Your Pain. It's cheaper than therapy. Turns out, people were more confused than ever. They didn't know whether to leave his sessions feeling enlightened or offended. Benny also launched Pre-Dreamed Dreams for people too busy to dream at night. The adventure was quirky, a mix of storytelling and sleep science. He didn't account for the complexity of dream delivery or the fact that most people prefer their own dreams, no matter how bizarre. The venture was a gentle reminder that not all innovations are sleepers. Some are just bedtime stories waiting to be told. The service failed spectacularly when subscribers realized they spent more than 4 hours to unsubscribe. Ferris talks about the new reach, living the dream with time and mobility. So, Benny combined therapy and stand-up. He called it Laugh Your Issues Away. It's like speed dating, but at the end, you don't find love, just the realization that your coping mechanism is humor. Benny finally embraced the concept of the new rich. Those who abandon the deferred life plan and live their dreams today. Unfortunately, Benny's dream was to be Batman, so he became very rich in sleep hours. He tried those mini retirements too, took a day off. The first half of it, he spent it in the park, watching ducks. It was peaceful, contemplative. Then he started giving the dogs life advice. Listen, guys, you've got to stop letting bread define your happiness. Let it go. They seemed to take it to heart. In the second half of the day, Benny came back to find his therapy clients diagnosing each other and his comedy audience. Well, they were actually happier without his jokes. Go figure. All these changes led him to a revelation. It's not about working less, it's about making the work matter more, making laughter a part of healing and healing a part of laughter. I mean, if he can't find the humor in the chaos of life, then he's just a guy talking to ducks about existential crises. So what's the takeaway from trying to be a 4-hour therapist comedian? Turns out, you can't schedule laughter or healing into a neat little time block. But hey, if you're laughing now, he's already worked his 4 hours for the week. Maybe, just maybe, that's the best kind of therapy there is. Thanks everyone. This is the true story of Benny the burnt out comedian and his quest for the 4-hour work week. Why not try a 4-hour laugh in the work week? Life's too short not to laugh, especially about the small stuff, like trying to figure out if your therapist is secretly a stand-up comedian.